What up? What's going on with you on this fine Saturday?
So yeah, today is January, Saturday, 11th I think,
Yeah, something like that.
or the 10th. Let me see. It's the 10th or the 11th.
I think it's the 11th.
Let me check. Make this accurate. Calendar, come on. So today is the 11th. Yeah, January 11th, Saturday, 2025. So it's a very beautiful day out here in Long Beach today. The air quality seems to be a little bit better.
For sure.
My sinuses feel better. I can breathe a little easier.
Not everybody out here on the beach. Maybe you can hear the music in the background. I don't know.
It's safe to say I'm very grateful. So thank you for being here with us.
For sure.
Shouts out to the twins out there. Any twins out there watching?
Twin life.
They come
Twin
across
love.
Shout out to all the people I fucks with. You know who you are. I love y'all. Good to see y'all. Yeah.
So yeah, man. What I wanted to talk about a little bit today is about self-worth, right? What's your worth and what you bring.
Knowing your worth.
Knowing your worth and what you bring, what value you bring to a situation, whether it be to a job or a friendship, or a business relationship, even a romantic relationship, right? What triggered this conversation for me today was I heard a story. I ain't put no names in it, but I'm gonna just say I heard a story.
Well, tell the story though.
Yeah. The story was it's two older couples, right? One's 64, the other one's 68. And I'm gonna just give you a gist about the situation.
This is two people in an older couple in a relationship. Go ahead.
Right. And what I heard was basically the woman in that situation still feels like she's like the prize in the relationship, right? Like she has all these options. She has bad health, you know what I mean? She's definitely not what she used to be, you know what I mean? She has really bad health, and the man, he has really bad health too. But from what he's telling me is that they had an agreement that, hey, we have this love for each other, and at this age, our biggest investment in this is taking care of each other at this point, right? Being down for each other, and you know, because we don't really have a ton of options at this age and at this state of our health, right? While they're in this relationship,
Not getting no younger.
right, or healthier. Let's keep it all the way real. And so what he told me was that she basically is messing around on him at 68 fucking years old with bad health and all. She still has the idea that she has the option to keep messing around like this. And to me,
She don't work.
she doesn't work.
She don't bring no money.
He
here.
fully financially supports the whole relationship, you know, rent, bills, all that stuff. He does that. But yet she still feels that, you know, it's not enough. She's not fulfilled still. So I don't know, it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And it also, honestly, I was telling my brother, it kind of made me feel like, is this stuff even possible? You know, the stories we used to hear about back in the day, as far as the whole happily ever after. And I know relationships, you got to work on certain things to make things work. But I just didn't think at 68 years old,
Right.
a woman in her position, in her health, with so little options, that she'd be out here still messing around, sending pictures to men on Facebook, and you know, messing around like some little, like a little kid,
Like a young
chick, you know, who has all these options, right?
Mind you, this lady's a grandma several times over.
So I'd be a great grandma at this point.
Been
Shit.
divorced, all that shit. You know what I mean? Been really lived life. And I was under the impression that at a certain age, especially women, because women are built different. Women, God made women so much. I'm gonna fucking say it, better than men in that way, where women, even at their worst, they're still at their best, because God just equipped them for certain things in life that most men probably just ain't built for.
Right.
So I'm just gonna say that off top. So I say that from a place of just holding women at a higher standard. I'm not saying they're supposed to be perfect, but I just naturally, from what I've seen, my mom, my sister, all the women in my life, somehow just have it better, just a little bit better equipped at this life thing, man. You know what I mean? From the way they think, from the way they process things, from the way they see things, you know. Not to mention the obvious that they birth and nurture babies and shit. They just got that in the bag naturally. So yeah, it's surprising to see a woman of her age, a couple in this age, going through these types of things. I'd expect to hear this type of shit from a young couple, or even people at our age. You know what I mean? Sometimes people just don't get it. And I say this to say it's a little disheartening because as far as the future goes, man, it's not looking that bright. As far as like my perspective on what to look for, because I'm almost 40 years old, right? And I'm single. And it's been a minute. I've been single for a minute for a reason. You know, just trying to get this shit right, just trying to figure this thing out. Because I ain't never been thirsty now. Now I still, you know, I do my thing, but I'm not in a rush to jump into a relationship just because out of loneliness. That's lame. I ain't never been that type of dude anyway. Right. So I'm not gonna do that. So I just been enjoying my own company and just been out here, just living life, enjoying shit, enjoying myself. You know, working on myself, building myself. So by the time, if I do meet a woman that wants to meet me halfway, we can build some shit, you know?
So speaking of building, right? We was talking about self-worth. What you bring to the table. I think when you go into a relationship, let's start with business relationships. I feel like you should know what you offer in that situation, right? Which is basically what your worth is to that relationship, to that business relationship. Let's talk about that. What you offer. You know, what are your skills that can bring in the income for that business, you know? What is the knowledge you have? What is the network you bring to that?
What experiences do you bring to it?
Right. And that's just in a business relationship, right? So let's say you go into a business relationship with not much of any of those things we just talked about. So do you think you have the right to ask for more money? You think you have the right to ask for more income? You know, ask for all these perks when you really don't offer too much. Okay, so that's the same thing with a romantic relationship. You know, what do you bring to the table? And I just feel like people are really unrealistic about that. I see a lot of conversations about this kind of stuff online, Instagram and everywhere else. About, you know, I saw a girl say that she needs a man to pay all her bills for her to be in a relationship with him. I'm like, that sounds like some bum shit to me. You know what I mean? Man or woman.
Don't nobody owe you shit.
Right. No one owes you anything. So I don't understand where this mentality comes from. You know, like I said, that right there tells me your worth in that relationship ain't too much. Because I know you don't think pussy is worth as much as it used to be. I don't know if it ever was, really, but...
Pussy's awesome, but in terms of fucking... in a relationship, nigga, please. It works both ways. I don't care how fucking awesome you think your vagina is. Everybody has something that's worth a value to bring to the table. And if not, then you need to move the fuck on.
Especially in a relationship, how does that make anything move anyway? You know what I'm saying? How does a relationship move? When I talk about a relationship, I look at it as like a car, right? And all the things that we bring to this to the relationship is about what do we do, like as far as gas and all the other things that keeps this vehicle moving. That pussy don't make that relationship move.
Sure
it don't make it move. So I don't understand why you think it's so valuable. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, you know, I just think that's just extras. That ain't what really makes this thing move.
And it trips me out because I really thought that a woman of that age just kind of like was past all that type of shit. Like they see things, like I've observed women at a certain age, like they just kind of, they focus more on what matters, on what's important.
Okay,
you know
let's talk about it. What matters then?
From what I've seen, because I'm not a woman at that age, but from what I've seen from the ones I've observed, they care about, most of them, especially when it comes in a relationship with a man, do you support them? Do you treat them good? I mean, some of them don't even care to be. You don't have to fuck them every day. You know what I mean? As long as you knock it out a couple times a week, treat her right, go on dates, support her when she needs it, show her genuine love.
See, but these are the things that I think them keeps a relationship moving, right? That's what I'm talking about, you know? Let's talk about friendships, right? Relationships and friendships. Those types of relationships. I think it's got to be give and take, you know? A lot of people think that they're fine with people giving them things, doing things for them. But if you're not giving back equally, by the way, then how do you expect that relationship to keep moving, to keep running? You don't put gas and oil in your car, how you think it's going to eventually keep running?
Yeah, you get what you put into it.
That part.
Relationships are no different than anything else in life. It's the same way. Friendships, business relationships, romantic relationships, you get what you put into it.
Right.
And if you base that relationship just on the fact that you think you got good vagina or good sex, or even for the men out there think, well, I'm King Ding-a-ling, that's all I got to do.
All I got to do is fucking
I
do
thought
it.
that too once when I was in my 20s. But bro, grow up.
Hit me off.
Shit. I still lay pipe. Not recently. I ain't getting laid right now. But seriously, man, it's not about that. And I figured a woman at that age would have been figured that out. She didn't have hella babies. She a grandma, did all this shit, divorced a couple times, all that. I think you would really just I was really convinced at a certain age, people just figure it out. It's kind of blowing my mind, man. It's disheartening, to be honest.
Yeah, because like I was saying earlier when I heard that story, of course there was a lot more details that I can't tell right now. But the point is that it kind of made me have less hope in future relationships, Because I'm like, if that's the mentality of the generation I come from and even older, then god damn, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Where is the, it just let me down, to be honest with you. It was on my head, it was on my mind for a long time today.
Yeah, man.
So, I like I said, I'm talking about self-worth. Know your worth. Be realistic about what you bring to that situation. In any relationship, friendships, family, business relationships, romantic relationships. Know what you bring to the table. And also know in that relationship what they consider value, right? Know your value is what I'm really saying. Know your value. And know what that person considers value. Because what's valuable to you may not necessarily be valuable to them. Because I've been in many relationships where I had plenty of girlfriends and they thought, because, like back to the sex thing, they thought because they looked good and they had some really good pussy, she was good at sex, that her value was just so high, sky high. For a man like me, and I'm not bragging, but I'm just saying, that has never been an issue for me. So really, that has never been much of a value to me. It's never been that valuable to me. Yeah. What I saw as valuable, right? Because she thought that was valuable. But maybe to some of the men she'd been with before me was that way.
Yeah.
But for me, what I saw as valuable was, can she work together as a partner? Is she gonna stay down when things get tough?
Can she help me build? Can we build?
Can she help me build something?
You know what I mean? Is she strong enough to stay steady when shit gets a little bit hectic?
Right.
She gonna stand strong with me?
Can she be honest?
Can she be honest with me?
Can she stay down? Stay
good,
loyal?
bad, or ugly. I know everybody got their flaws, but can you be honest with me?
Right.
You know what I mean?
With me and yourself.
Yeah, and yourself. Yeah.
Right. That's what I find valuable in a relationship. So also when we talk about knowing your value, know what they value. Know what that person values.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Because I think a lot of times people go into a relationship thinking that, it's value to me, but then you find out later, well, they don't find value in that. So here we are arguing about what you bring to the table.
Right. Right.
Because I've had those experiences.
Yeah.
Many times. And that's the lesson I learned about that. Know what you bring to the table, know what your value is, and then know if that person even values that at all.
And get on the same page about what you value.
Right.
I feel like a lot of people out here, when it comes to dating and stuff, they in marriage and all that shit, just with human beings in general, it can be same-sex marriage, whatever, it doesn't matter. Between two human beings, when it comes to relationships, I feel like people miss that little one detail. Like let's get on the same page about what we value. You told me what you value. You told me, what you had, what you bring to the table, and we've established what I bring to the table. But what do you find valuable?
Right.
And then what do I find valuable? Are we gonna be able to meet in the middle on this or not?
Or not, right? I feel like that's a conversation you should have early on in that relationship. Don't wait to get married and realize, oh shit, you don't have the same values.
Yeah, man. One person might want kids, the other one don't.
Right.
How
important that is to you,
I imagine how challenging that is. If he's in a relationship with a woman, you want kids, but she can't have them.
Yeah.
Is that a deal breaker?
I've considered it.
Is that a deal breaker?
Yeah.
Vice versa. Same for men.
Well,
That's interesting. I mean, that's a tough question.
How important is sex to you?
That's a very important question, man.
How important is it? How much does it really mean for you in the relationship? You know, I've been in those situations too.
Yeah, I have too. You know, because some people value sex. Some people, sex means more than just sex.
Right.
You know.
No, I've had a girl tell me that to her, sex was more than just sex. It meant love. It meant connection. You know what I'm saying?
And it does,
to a certain extent.
But it doesn't supersede reality.
Depending who we're talking to, though. Depending who we're talking about.
To some it does, yeah.
Because I was with a girl.
But for me, it doesn't.
I was with a Scorpio. Won't name no names. And to her, sex was everything. It meant more than everything. It didn't matter money. It didn't matter how she got treated. None of that. Sex was everything for her. It trumped everything in that relationship. As long as she got that, there were no problems. But without that, everything was a problem.
Yeah, I feel like there's a typical Scorpio. I feel like for Scorpio, sex is like the biggest thing for them.
Right.
It's just the big thing for their, and like, it just connects so many things for a Scorpio, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
If you're a Scorpio, comment on that. Let us know what you think about that, or anybody else for that matter. Let us know what's your zodiac sign. How do you feel about that? If you've been in these situations, give us your comments. Like the video. Please subscribe. Help us build this channel. Because like I said, when we build this channel, it helps us connect with you people.
Yeah, the more people we connect with, man,
right,
the better this shit gonna be. We can get some answers out of this shit. We're asking questions that everybody's got. I know damn well.
Right. I want to build a community, really, with this. You feel me? So go ahead and subscribe and like all that good stuff.
Yeah, get in them comments and holler at us, man. Let us know.
I want to know what you think.
Oh, and for the Pisces out there, what do you think? What do y'all go through?
Piranhas, what up?
For all the piranhas out there. Because I know me personally, I love sex. I'm a Pisces, man. I got a very great imagination. My imagination is vast. You know what I mean? Especially in the bed. But it's not everything. I'll tell you that right now. It ain't everything. You know what I mean? Maybe because I'm a dude or whatever. I mean, once the dude was done, once I bust a nut, I'm getting back to reality. I'm getting back to my senses.
Right. Back to business.
Back to business, basically, yeah. Okay,
cool.
Cool.
Just sitting up and laying in bed.
Yeah, I don't do all that laying up shit. I got shit to do, man. The way I look at it is like, we did that. All right, let's move on to something else. We still got shit to do. Just because we had a couple orgasms, the reality don't stop. Bills don't stop just because we both busted a nut.
Right.
I'll lay down with you maybe 5-10 minutes if we ain't got to go to bed, and then we gotta get back to business, man. I'm already a Pisces. I'm already in an illusionary world in my own head. I'm not trying to fall under the illusion of quote unquote love. I love being in love, but love ain't about to fucking convince me that the bills ain't coming. You know, it ain't about to convince me that, and if I feel like that's what it is, but sex is more important to you, it's not gonna convince me that the reality is that this relationship is just built on sex. Because I've been in situations like that where the relationship was really just about sex. She talking love, but it's really about sex, you know, because there's other things that'll reveal to you if it's love or not. If you pay attention, if you value yourself enough, you'll know, you know.
And speak once again back on value. Do you value love over money, or do you value money over love? Because there's a lot of relationships that are built on either one.
Yeah.
Rarely ever on both.
Yeah.
So, what do you value? Love or money? Do you value attention? What do you value in a relationship? You know, there's so many things I see people arguing about this, the discussions about it, and I don't see any agreement on any of it yet. So, comment in these videos. Let me know, what do you think about this? Because I really want to know. I need answers.
Do you know your worth? And if you don't think you do, take some time to consider that. What's your value? What do you value about yourself? Ask yourself, in a relationship, what do you want? What are your values? What do you want the person that you're with to value? Why are you in it? Are you in it to avoid being lonely? Do you want somebody to build with? Do you want to build a family? Do you want to build a business?
Do you want to build it all?
Do you want to build it all?
I've seen it.
No judgment.
Yeah.
No judgment. It's all about your personal preference.
But it's a good Saturday today. You guys enjoy yourself. Be safe out here. Protect yourself, but not too much. Make sure to be open, be free. You know, leave with love. For sure.
We be DV. Lay y'all.
So.